What is up, you guys? Coach Joey coming in. It is Saturday, August 6th. Wanted to come in with a little bit of a message for today. First of all, big shout out to all the competitors today who competed at Deuces Wild. Everybody did a phenomenal job. Really proud of everybody for kind of sticking in there. Big props to Jenny DeBose, first-time competitor. Jessica Carter, first-time competitor. I believe Heather Lee, first-time competitor. I'm trying to think if I missed any first-time competitors, not on purpose, but I just want to give you guys a shout-out. It's always fun to compete. But anyways, quick message for today. Sorry, I'm in the bathroom here, so if the video isn't that good. Today, I tore my hand. And one of the big questions that I get in the gym is, Coach Joey, how do you keep your hands from tearing? Well, there's a couple of different ways. Obviously, during the summer, you want to keep your hands dry. You want to make sure you keep plenty of chalk on there. Keep a rag, a towel, whatever it is. Keep your hands dry. That's like number one. It's like when you get out of the pool and your hands are all kind of raisined up. They're obviously going to tear a little bit more on the pull-up bar. The other thing is grip strength is a big idea or a big contributor. Not necessarily the grip that you use on the bar, but how hard you're gripping the bar and whatever grip you do decide to use, so your hand isn't rotating on there. So today we had a workout that had a large volume of pull-ups, and I wanted to do them all unbroken, so I held on to the bar even though that I knew over time my grip would start to loosen up. Hence the result of that right there. So, couple of different opinions when you talk about how to take care of your hand once it tears. So for mine, it tore at the competition, and immediately I opened up the blister. So if you have a blood blister or just a regular blister, me personally, I like to open it up right away, kind of get the fluid out or the blood out, and that way, I could start to work on it a little bit. And here we go before I get in the shower. So this isn't the best thing to do, especially at the gym, because there is some of these at the gym. I have alcohol wipes at the gym somewhere. I like to use nail clippers or cuticle nippers. I couldn't find the cuticle nippers this evening, so I'm gonna go with my good old nail clippers. And what I do is I like to trim as much of the loose skin that's kind of flapping around there. There's a little piece right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, that I could get off with the specific utensil that I have. The cuticle nippers are a little bit better, but the nail clippers, or in my case, the toenail clippers, are what I have to work with. So I pretty much trim off what I can. It's a little bit tender. I didn't get into like the meaty portion where I had a blood blister. It was just a regular blister, but still pretty good dense piece of skin. Really hard to see, but if you guys see like right there, I may end up with a little bit of fluid under there. If not, I'd be surprised, but nonetheless, it's pretty tender right now in that spot also. So if I end up having to open that up, I'll do that as well. So once you open it up, you're not going to be able to do much. It's going to be a little uncomfortable if you wash your hands or get in the shower or whatever. It's going to feel it a little bit. Get over it. What I typically like to do is over the next couple days, as the skin that peeled off starts to kind of get harder as it dies or whatever the case is, I'll keep trimming it closer and closer and closer. Depending on where you have it on your hand, you usually want to try to keep a little bit of Aquaphor, Neosporin, Vaseline, just so it doesn't keep kind of cracking. Definitely want to stay away from movements that are going to bother it. That's just kind of the nature of the beast once you tear your hand. So usually if I'm in the gym and I'm doing something and I know my hand's going to tear, I usually stop just because I know that it's going to affect my training for a couple of days. But when I'm at a competition, it's a little bit different because my goals are a little bit different in that scenario. So I run the risk of doing something like that. All right, you guys. I hope this video helps you out a little bit. I know a lot of you guys wear gloves, gymnastic straps, natural grips, tape, whatever the case is. Some of that stuff does work. I'm not a huge fan of it, but this is the result of not using anything. But there's cost benefit to, or cost pros and cons to anything that you would do to try to prevent your hands from tearing. All right, guys. But again, big shout out to everybody who competed today. It was really fun to watch you guys. I really get excited, especially when there's first-time competitors. Don't forget, Friendly Fire is coming up October 15th. There's been a little bit of a change. for the positive that's going to be going on in that competition, but I will release the details on Monday. It has nothing to do with the dates, nothing to do with anything else as far as standards, just something else that we added to the competition. All right, guys, have a great weekend.